Kia ora koutou katoa. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. My name is Black Sean. Today I'm joined by the one and only Brunted,
Hello.
and we are delivering you the very first A-League playoff game. And I mean, I'm gonna say this for every single one, but this one is a screamer of a game, and Brunton, you know the games I've been casting this season. I just really hope it goes
Dude.
past 3 maps.
I mean-
Okay. But
This one's gonna be at least 3 maps, so it's gonna be more than the 2 you've done.
yeah.
And this will be games.
Yep. Anyway.
Anyway, I'm excited to see how this game unfolds,
Oh,
honestly.
definitely. So I mean, a lot of the games I've casted this season have been either Serpentine or Femme, so it makes sense that this
And
is
now
one
you
of the
got
games
both?
I end up casting, a Serpentine versus Femme Fatale's playoff game. But we've got we've had both rosters putting up incredible numbers this season, insane melee dominance from Femme, and then really good all-round dominance from Serpentine, Kubo being one of the leading people in ranged kills. This is going to be some game to watch to open up the A-League playoff season. I'm ready. I hope you're ready. And I guess any moment we can start with map selection, can't we? We're good to do that?
Yeah.
All
Yep.
right, let's
I
make
think
our
so.
way. Okay. Someone can ping the teams, that's not my job.
I've pinged them.
Okay.
Like, Sean, who do you think is gonna come out on top in this match?
It's a tough prediction. These teams are record-wise, Femme lead quite convincingly, okay? Despite it being a 2 to 3 seed, Femme still win that quite convincingly. They've had an incredible season. But I think it's going to be a lot closer than a lot of people think. I think a prediction just started. I wasn't looking at who was what for it, but yeah. Hello, man.
Well, we'll see what the audience think. Who's gonna win? Anyway.
And hello, Fix.
Hello,
There you go.
Serpentine and Femme Fatales.
Alright, if
Hello.
I am not mistaken, because Femme are the higher seed, they get the first ban? Is that how that works?
They get a pick
But-
if they want first or second. I think.
Yeah,
They get a
we
pick?
get to decide, but
Okay.
yeah, we want first. Ban.
Okay,
Okay.
but
Okay. 4 maps. Let's do your rosters. Femme,
Yeah.
what is your roster?
We have our 480 players, so Apple, Behavior, Marie, and Breeze.
here you go. Serpentine.
And Serpentine.
Same. So our 4A league. So me, mine, Kubo, and Jackson.
Yeah, the newly formed OT gang. We have 2 bans and 5 maps this time around. Fixie choosing the first ban instead of the second for the Femme Fatale side. What will be the first ban?
We are taking out Watermill.
Watermill will not be played today. If I can find it. Yeah, Watermill is gone. Serpentine, your ban.
We're banning Spaceship.
And Spaceship will not be played. So Watermill and Spaceship will not be in today's map rotation. The rest of the 5 maps will if it goes to map 5. What will be the first of order Femme Fatales?
Slay.
Slay is the first map picked. Second map, Menza.
Villa.
Villa is the second map. Fixie, the third map.
We'll go to Courtyard.
Courtyard. So Slay, Villa, Courtyard all guaranteed to be seen in this lineup. Serpentine, the 4th pick.
We were just talking about this, and obviously, and they did not give me a clear answer. I'm gonna go yell at them. Hold up.
Yeah, you do that.
Where are they?
So between a gold mine and a classic for 4th and the decider if it happens to go to it.
I'm just looking at the channel point predictions, and 57% are on Femme Fatales.
57-43, a very even split.
Not as even as the B League game, but still very even.
So we're going classic 4th, gold mine 5th.
Classic is the 4th map, and if we find ourselves in a 2-2 situation, fingers crossed for viewership casting reasons, maybe not player reasons, gold mine will be the final map. Alright, that concludes the map selection. Slay, Villa, Courtyard, Classic, Gold Mine. Good luck with the playoff game, people.
Okay, good luck.
And that concludes map selection. We have our lineup. We are all ready to go, and oh, I have not been I see my invite to the private lobby, and I cannot join it. Okay, oh, that's a shame. There we go.
There we go.
But yeah, this is going to be hopefully a game to remember. Okay, if we want to very quickly, briefly talk about these rosters. I mean, okay, let's take a look real quick. Now, Femme Fatales, their roster's been so dominant this season. There is one stat that I will not go back, that I will not stop going back to, and that is Apple having a ridiculous KD. I think just fell off a bit at the end of the season, but is still nearly 2, which is only beaten by Urchin, who played 1 game.
Apple's also Femme's healer too.
Yeah.
So having that KD is very impressive from Apple.
Managing to
as
keep
well.
up with the kills and keep themselves alive as a healer. Incredible, incredible work. Now, let me talk about, I mean, Breeze, Marie, B, I mean, they're all just so dominant melee, it is comical.
Their team this season has just been so dominant in melee. Whereas you see Serpentine are more about their team plays.
Yep. Serpentine.
More their strategy.
Yeah, this team, very chemistry based out of, when you look at a lot of these teams, and I mean, again, all round, very, very clinical with what they do, and just Kubo leading in ranged kills again, as I said before. It's going to be a close game. I think it is going to be a close game, and to open up the A-League season, you can't ask for much better. Slay is going to be the opener, and we will be sending it in right now. First to 3 maps, first to 4 rounds. This is the start of the A-League playoffs. Here we go.
Round 1, Slay. Here we go.
Yep, and we're seeing Femme Fatales on pink, and oh, glowing. Hold up, hold up, hold up. I can do this so quick. I can do this so quick. And Femme Fatales on pink, Serpentine on green. With my quick absence, we see Marie fall into the berry bushes. Breeze dropped early. Femme Fatales looking low, B quite low, and fill pressure going in. They find Marie in the berry bushes, clean them off, and it's going to be a fill. And there we go.
Serpentine.
Early win for Serpentine there.
I'm not sure what happened on. I'm not sure what happened on Breeze's side, but on Femme's pot side, Serpentine just full-on pressured Marie, and Marie just stumbled and fell into the berry bushes.
Yeah.
Trying to get away.
Early shot goes on Marie. Marie unfortunately falls into those bushes. Apple putting up a good effort to try and fend them off of mid there, getting in a lot of damage, not dying in the process, but Serpentine, once they start filling, they commit to filling, and that is exactly what they did just then. We see a fill after 2 kills, 2-0 in the favour of Serpentine there in the kills death section. Now Serpentine lead 1 round to nothing in this very first map. Good lead to have, and a very good mental boost to have going into this you know, kind of scenario where there's going to be a lot of pressure on these teams to show up and perform. Round 2 begins
Round 2.
right now. Pre-orb going stair side, that might have been what damaged Marie last time. Yeah, it does connect and gets a bit of damage onto Marie, not Breeze though. Poison falls short, Manza damage taken, Kubo damage taken, Breeze as well. Manzo taking a bit of aggression. We see
Serpentina
B,
again just putting pressure on Femme's pod side.
B
But
living
the
on
rest
the
of the
side.
team are just chilling on the staircase.
Yeah, good shot from mine. We go with aggression on the middle. Lucky tries to drop a pot. And Marie drops one with the melee dominance. Apple with more. Need to clean off Blocky. And it doesn't happen. Blocky with an incredible fill in the pressure of the moment. And while down in players 2-3, Blocky gets that fill off. Makes it 2-0.
Amazing fill by Blocky. Femme also had such a good fight in a 3v4. Again, at least 3 of them just low, and then cleaning 2 of them as well.
Yeah.
But they just didn't manage to get Blocky off mid, so Blocky just filled.
That's what we're bound to see in these kind of situations, and especially in these playoff matches. We're going to see a lot more rounds, and we're going to see a lot more of those moments where we see a lot of versatility, but a lot of changing up in the leads of the rounds. We had Serpentine leading there with a shot on B from mine, while levied very good, but giving them the lead there, instantly taken out 3-2 lead in terms of people advantage towards Femme Fatales there. But Blocky, they commit to that fill. That exact strategy has punished them before in in a lot more forgiving scenarios, but that was a kind of make or break scenario right there. Blocky had to make the choice. Blocky made the choice to fill. That's exactly what happened. Great play.
That was just the right
Round.
play to do as well. Just secure a round again, making it 2-0. Anyway,
Absolutely.
round 3.
Pre-orb stairs again, not pre-orbing water as a lot of teams would do, and B on
He's
2
already low
HP,
in the spawn.
and they're just going to
17
send it. Rightfully
just
so, they're going to
push
send
B
it.
in spawn.
B drops to Menza.
Yet again, Femme are just stuck on the staircase, and Serpentine can just pressure mid. Manzo just getting a solo fill and can
the
just commit to
damage-
it.
The damage is disgusting, and they will just fill off of that. Serpentine, they love Slay, and I mean, this is why both teams love Slay. This is the Femme Fatales map pick, but Serpentine are just showing up at the moment so much. It's coming down to the util, the positioning, these orbs, this damage going through when they're all stuck in stairs. It's punishing them, and they are getting free opportunities to fill, and they are not missing them.
Yeah, you just got B on Femme's pod side solo. Serpentine are just taking a 2v1 on B, just getting a lot of bow shots off, while the rest of the team are just staying in staircase, not really doing anything. That was just the same thing in round 2 as well. They managed to just get stuck in staircase and do nothing.
Yes.
But that last round, they just couldn't put up a fight.
Right now, we see Serpentine dominantly leading. Though, Femme Fatales the
And we're
first
gonna have
team,
to put some pressure on Serpentine's side to bring
Femme
this
Fatales,
back.
the first team to produce a reverse sweep this season, now need to do it in the most heated moments in the A-League season. Not moving out of spawn this time. Is that Marie down low? Yeah, Marie down low. Being focused with shots.
Oh, Apple is
Apple
lagging as well.
Shot allowed. The damage, only Breeze is alright in this situation. But Serpentine also getting good
ooh.
damage. This is pretty even.
Blocky and mine are low.
Oh, Blocky.
Mine's are also low.
Mine, Manzo down. They use this advantage. Kubo in a 1v4 will not produce it, and in a scenario where the health is just ticking down for every person, only Breeze had a decent amount of health there and even took a shot towards the end, but they make it look like as if nothing was going wrong for them and pretty much almost sweep it out. Kubo gets one in a 1v4 but doesn't produce it, and Femme Fatales, the hopes are rising.
The hopes are still rising. They
There's-
can just, yet
there's a
again,
possibility.
keep putting the pressure on Serpentine. They can actually just bring this back.
Yep.
Because
It's-
as we saw in the previous round, when they were just down 3-4, they still managed to kill 2 and make it a 3v2. Like, their PvP can honestly outmatch Serpentine very
Mhm.
easily.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they chose to stay and spawn a lot there, but I'm unsure why they're using a pre-orb on stair side, but they keep going stair side. They keep getting caught up in there. I feel like water might be their best friend at the moment, going up that elevator for Femme. I don't know if they can just do something to catch Serpentine off guard or produce the same thing that they just did. We might be seeing a reverse sweep on the horizon. Yeah,
Serpentine orbing Femme spawn again, pushing them out this
yeah,
time.
orbing Femme spawn and stair side. So Apple gets
Oh,
up.
Femme putting
Not
immense
shot
pressure
free.
on Serpentine's pot.
Yeah, here we go.
An early pick on Manzo. Kubo's also low.
Kubo
B
gets dropped
Kubo
there.
as well.
Apple low in the spawn. They might
Great
fixate
mid
on
pressure
that.
by Femme. Is Serpentine going to be able to stop them? No, they can't.
Femme now leading with, or not leading, but in these past 2 rounds, they needed 4. They've got 2. Reverse sweep is on the horizons for Femme. 2 to 3 now. No timeouts called. I mean, run us through that round, Brunted.
I mean, this time Femme actually committed to being on their stair side and actually pushing Serpentine's pot. Managed to just take a 3v2, get an early pick on Manzo, also get Kubo low. B takes the shot on Kubo, and then they go for a fill, and it was just a beautiful round.
Femme, like we say, Serpentine, all-round dominance. Femme, melee dominance. I mean, it's not like they don't have all-round dominance, but the melee, you can pinpoint that the melee is where they really excel. And I mean, if that's the case, they need to be sending these things. They can't be playing back, and they are getting these opportunities. They just need to take them.
Yeah.
So
at last round, they just full on center on Serpentine's pod side, and they actually got the round win pretty dominantly.
And now this is turning into a point where, despite them being down, Serpentine need to make the change rather than Femme. One shot early on Marie on B. Manzo takes 1-2. Manzo takes another.
Manzo
Marie
low.
pushing
Apple's
Manzo.
also really
Manzo
low
down.
as well.
Apple falls. 3
Great
to
trade
3.
by Mine.
Breeze looking at
Them
mid.
putting
Getting
on
dropped
mid
by Mine,
pressure.
but now they push Kubo. Mine low, looking at mid. Shots connect. 3v1 for Blocky. Winnable. 1 down.
Winnable.
Takes another. 1v1 with Blocky. B up. 1 shot connects. B needs 1 damage. Blocky
Doesn't
tries
look
to
like
push.
Blocky has any arrows, and B just
B
goes for the
gets
fill.
the fill. Capitalizes off of Blocky's arrowless state. And the reverse sweep is on. That is 3 to 3. Blocky puts up a big contention at the end of that round with a possible 1v3 and no timeouts called. Both teams being pushed to 3 defeats in a row. Yet we send round 7 raw. How is this going to turn out? It is anyone's guess.
This is anyone's map now. From
This
Femme going
can go
down
anywhere.
0 to 3, and now they equalized it.
A reverse sweep to open up the first round of the A-League playoffs. I mean, this is certainly something.
They've done it. They did do a reverse sweep on their first game of the season versus Nocturnal, I believe. That was their first game of the season as well, on Courtyard though.
I
But
remember
still,
that.
reverse sweep.
That was at least the first reverse sweep. They've done it before. We've seen them do it before, and we know that they can do it again. They just need to do it in the most stressful scenarios that this
this is
league
where-
provides.
It really counts.
Round 7, Apple issues with lag, but that's how it goes. Pot thrown out. So many shots going on Apple trying to capitalize off of this. 3 HP. Kubo's not going to send it in. That's Marie that gets it down, but Manzo gone. B gone. 3v3. Mine 5. Kubo 5.
Kubo taking a lot of damage as well.
Marie using the low health to try and look at the mid, but Mine gets that crossbow shot. Yeah, this is relying on Breeze here. Breeze
just
gets
going
1,
in.
Breeze gets 2.
Breeze
It's a
gets
1v2
2.
for Blocky
Is
for the
Blocky
map.
just gonna go for the fill?
They send
This
a
is
double on
honestly
Blocky,
built for but he
and
doesn't get it.
Breeze.
A reverse sweep by
Breeze
Femme.
3k to close that map. Reverse sweep for Femme on the first map of the A-League playoffs. That is how you do it. Femme Fatales. They were confident in Slay, and they show why. 4-3 to Femme. They were 3-2 down. They were 3-2 down in people. But, oh my. Breeze shows up, getting 3 to close that one off, and that is going to be a stab in the heart of Serpentine. This team has stated before that they are starting to get tired of the IBL season, but I saw them practicing yesterday. They came here with more hopes, but that is going to be a punch in the gut. Brunted.
Oh my god, that was a great first map of
Yeah.
the A-League playoffs.
Yep, that is everything we could have asked for and more to start this
All of
A-League
those
playoff
rounds.
season.
all of these rounds just managed to just show each team's strengths and weaknesses as well.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with Femme's just dominant pressure when they actually just went for the melee fights on Serpentine.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in that last round where Breeze just went in after going down 2-3, and Breeze just makes it a 2v1 in favor of Femme.
Yep, that is. Well, I'm at a loss of words, really. That is exactly what we want to see in these kind of scenarios. Manto not making it in, so this will be waited out a little bit, as this round will not count. But I mean, that is some map to start off the A-League playoffs. No person getting less than 2 kills, no one getting more than 5, but mine, Breeze, Marie all leading the tally with 5 kills. 5-3 for Breeze, 5-4 for the other 2. Everyone else rocking either 3 or 2 kills. No one's dropping hard donuts, really.
Donuts?
We're not seeing incredibly dominant performances, and well, when I say incredibly dominant, I mean like a 23-4 performance from Snom in the last game. Everyone is rocking like reliably less than a kill a round, but then again, no one's dragging their team down either. It's a balance between, you know, these teams. They don't necessarily have one person that shines. They're very, you know, they're very similar in their kind of skill levels, and it just makes the game even more beautiful to watch, in my opinion.
That map was just such a great opener for this playoffs for A-League in Season 3.
And that not only kind of draws out what this game is going to be like, but what this entire conclusion to a season is going to be like. Now we finally undergo map 2, Serpentine's pick, Villa. 2-2 split for the side of Serpentine.
Serpentine just going in.
Oh, that is a Kubo push. Punishment.
Kubo did take quite a lot of damage from that, with not much damage on Femme players. That's just going in for a fill.
Yep. Cobwebs, but not on the right blocks. Oh, the TNT, look out, Apple. No, that is Femme Fatale's side for TNT. 2-2 now. Can't look at mid. Apple still lagging. Serpentine, clear health advantage. Looking for a fill. And you don't know how they can do things like this. In a 2v2 with a clear health disadvantage, they just send it and produce like incredible performances in the melee sector. It is 1-0 in favor of Femme Fatales on Villa. I mean, it is ridiculous how they can manage to do things like this.
That was a really close round, Star Villa as well. Kubo just getting an early pick, but I feel like what made Femme's round win there was just Marie flanking behind Serpentine, getting the kill on Kubo, and then making it 2v2. And then
with
Serpentine did try and finish off the fill, which forced Femme to just go in for the 2v2 melee fight, and they came out on top.
Yeah, both teams kind of traded, you know, going for blocks there, and I mean, with the lead that Serpentine had, I don't know if it was the play for them. I would assume it was the play for Femme, given that if they didn't do that, there probably would have been a push where Serpentine could have closed off that fill. So, again, Femme Fatale showing their strengths in that round. 3 to the side.
Kubo already went on 2 HP. Serpentine forced to use a heal already.
Ooh, aggression orb, and regardless of them being so far
and they're gonna have to go in for mid.
They're gonna keep looking at mid. Apple contests with blocks, but Marie is just picking them off. Marie with a double
gonna
already.
Have to fall back here.
Yeah, that's
the
a
just goes in.
push. Wow, 3v1.
Just free mid control for Femme, and Breeze gets the final kill on Kubo.
Kubo gets potted, and that is 2-0 now for the side of Femme. It's just disgusting.
Yet again,
they managed
I
to
believe
put 17 in lockdown.
Yet again, I believe that was just dominant PvP by Femme there. I mean, at the start of that round, Serpentine were going lava side. Kubo instantly got double shot, forced to use a heal, and then they used a harming orb on that side for on Serpentine,
And
leading them to just move out even more. Manzo did try and go for a solo fill, but he needed his team's assistance to just finish off that fill.
but you
as
can't have
well.
your team's assistance when they are being literally locked down on the side of the map, practically unable to jump into mid. But yet again, 2 HP, potato, you kind of need to jump into mid in those scenarios. When 7 blocks in, it's really the only way you win the round with that kind of health disadvantage. But Marie with 4 and 2 rounds on this map. And if you want my seal of approval for that harming orb, yes, I give my seal of approval for that harming orb. That is how you use a timed orb of harming. Okay?
As you even mentioned before, you are the orb player.
The number 1 IBL orb player, come on now. Anyway, round 3, B takes 2 shots early. No, sorry, Apple and B split 1 shot each and have to use a heal there. Serpentine, good
This
health
round,
advantage.
Serpentine are being a bit more slower to the mid, even though Manzo is still trying to go for it.
Yeah, lackluster orb.
Breeze is
wasted
on top
Kubo,
of it
kind
though,
of.
placing webs already to stop them.
Apple and B in this corner, 2 TNT gone, but it is a Femme push here. That's Marie having to take 2 on at once.
Marie going for a solo flank, just stalling out Serpentine there. Not
Now
managing
here
to get a
comes the
kill,
fill
but
aggression.
also does live. Serpentine are just gonna go for this fill, and do they get it?
They're very,
Femme
very
boosted
close,
it.
but here comes the
Although
orb from
two of
mine.
Femme's players
2
are
to
quite
2.
low.
Now it's
Mine
a
full
1v2.
HP.
Mine needs it.
You just
That's
have to go for
1.
the PvP.
That's 2.
And he gets it.
The
but does he get-
time is his. He gets it with 3 kills, a 1v2, and these unlikely plays just keep happening. I mean, the health advantage was there, but again, when you're in those kind of scenarios, I could literally see it. I could see it in how mine was playing. He was conflicted on who to aim for there, but because Marie was lower, but Apple was the one aggressing, you know? Does he go for Marie because they're lower? Does he go for Apple because they're being aggressed by them? Chose to go for Apple there, and after already being put down to about 6 hearts, still manages to produce that 1v2, and that is an incredible play for mine. Good orb there in the middle as well.
Incredible clutch
That's
by
a
mine.
3k.
Yeah.
That's a 3k and a 1v2 in the same round from mine, and now we are being contested again on this map. It is not going to be a sweep. This is still up for grabs for either team. I mean, this is a ridiculous game so far. This is ridiculous.
This is such a great game so far, honestly.
We're just seeing moments being made as we speak. Okay. Now, we just have to see what happens. We got to keep going because this is this game is just a highlight reel essentially. Kubo pushing the pot, gets shot once. Shot lands on Blocky, shot lands on Kubo, 2 HP. Uses an invis, doesn't get out with it though. Heal connects. Manzo
Manzo
looking at
pressuring
mid.
mid again. Breeze just
places
ready to
1.
place webs and TNT.
Breeze places 2 TNTs. Manzo places another. 2 to 4.
Manzo
1
was
to
below.
4 needs to be a 1v4 from
1v4
mine.
versus mine.
Shots are connecting. Looks like it's not going to go.
All of them are just going in.
Yeah. Can't
Barely
get
misses the pick on Marie to save his stats
Yep.
there.
Can't get that connection on Marie, but did not drop to Marie. They dropped to B, so it would have been rendered null anyway. That is even more aggression from Femme here, and Serpentine really need to produce 3 rounds in a row, otherwise they will be going into a Femme Fatale's map pick of Courtyard, something that they have been very dominant on, and they'll be down 2-0. It's a hard ask, but given that Femme Fatale's just reverse sweeped map 1, no one is going. It is. I mean, get your IBL Season 3 bingo cards out. I mean, it is. I wouldn't be surprised if it's on there because, I mean, now that
I mean,
now
a
that we've
reverse
seen
sweep
one
would
thing
already
happen-
be gone. A
Now
reverse
that
sweep
we've
would
seen
already
one
be
thing
gone.
happen, we know that anything is possible now. This is definitely within everyone's beliefs that Serpentine can pull something like this off.
Serpentine are gonna have to make a big change in how they're doing their splits, because a lot of the previous rounds they've been getting bowed quite a lot by Femme.
Yeah, B taking 2 shots early, and that could be a difference maker in this scenario. Apple's still lagging, but goes to the pot, goes out, no shots while lagging. Manzo takes a shot while jumping down to the middle. Has to tank a heal. It looks like health advantage towards Serpentine here. Blocky starts pushing mid. Serpentine can go here. Kubo decides not to. Starts playing melee. All 4 TNTs in the middle. That could be some spray there. No TNT picks. Manzo wants it! Manzo gets it! What an incredible fill! That is exactly how you do it. Manzo with a fill of the ages. One of the greatest ones this season. You cannot... Oh my lord, that is incredible how you managed to produce that. And Manzo's a high ping player as well. That's why I'm even more in awe, because that makes it even harder to get away with things like that. But yeah, it seems as if, I mean, I don't know if you can see it because of how far away this screen is when I go to this little, you know, layout, but Apple lagging kind of tanks that round a bit for Femme there, because apparently Apple, you know, broke blocks, and it didn't happen because they were lagging. That's what ended up happening. Of course, on our side, we didn't even see Apple make any contention for those blocks, but
she just froze there.
Femme Fatale is confident. They don't want to take timeout.
They don't want to take timeout, but that last round by Manzo was such a do or die situation for Manzo. He just went for it, and if he missed it, that could have been such a bad place for Serpentine. They could have lost that map if Manzo didn't get that.
And I mean, this is Serpentine always go for plays like that. Sometimes it turns out in their favor, sometimes it doesn't. But that's an example of what happens when it does. But Marie is aggressing someone desperately low. It's Kubo. Breeze places one TNT in the mid, but Manzo
gets to
drops.
Pick on Manzo.
Kubo
B goes in for Kubo.
And 2v1, Blocky's not going to get out of this one. It's going to have to be a 1v4 from mine again. We saw how this one ended up last time. One, but being pushed, it's not going to go. Mine just...
And he's given up.
Mine just calls it there. They are down 2-0. Femme are in the lead, and it is convincing going into Courtyard. 4-2 win to make it a 2-0 lead. Marie with 3. As I guess, yeah, she must have gotten that last one.
Marie just saw an early opportunity to get a pick on Manzo. Marie went for it, got the pick. B also just saw another free pick on Kubo. Kubo just being 2 crit. B just rushes in.
Yep.
Gets the kill, and then just from there, it was just Femme's round to win. They just all had so much HP.
While I said...
And the mid control.
That these teams aren't really, you know, necessarily ones that scream any star players out, but with Marie's performance on that map, the stat line is starting to look convincing. One of the greatest performances anyone can ask for on an IBL map, especially in the Season 3 playoffs. When what matters is when you can bring it out when it matters the most, and Marie is doing just that. 9 kills in a 6-round map. Very convincing. Only one donut, and that was in the round that Manzo got that early fill off. So Marie is a convincing player today, and
I mean, Marie has always been a convincing player for Femme Fatales. Even across the season, she has just been going insane in their games.
And that is, I mean, that is exactly what you want. A player who can do things like this. I mean, there's players who can show up, and then there's players who can show up when it really matters. Marie is one of those players. 14 and 5 so far. 14 kills, there haven't been 14 rounds. So, and people know how hard it is to keep up dropping a kill around in scenarios like this. It is not an easy feat, but I guess Marie just makes it work. Courtyard is going to be map 3. Femme Fatales, I mean, it's their map pick. They're the favourites to win this map, and with this lead, they're the favourites to win the game. Round 1 we see decent number of pre-shots connect. One on Manzo, one on Blocky, but no heal.
Serpentine are just more staying together while Femme are doing a bit more of a split.
Yeah.
Group heal by Serpentine. Femme yet again just proving their dominance.
Oh, B is running in, but gets dropped. Blocky with 1. And Marie on the opposite side of the map, 4.5. Oh, but Manzo drops to Apple, who's pushing in. Now they're just going for it. Blocky low, Kubo low, but Breeze drops first, but Apple is still on. Apple gets a third. Marie, no, Apple closes it out, and it's
Apple
an
with an
ace.
ace?
It is an ace for Apple, an incredible ace at that, sending it in, managing to get out with their life. And I mean, that shot to close it out when in that 1v1, Apple makes it convincing for Femme once again, and that is looking very good opening courtyard.
Apple just pushed behind Serpentine after her and B just went in for a 2v. I think it was like a 2v4 on Serpentine. Apple did get away, but then she came back and just got a pick on Manzo. And then the rest of the team.
Yep, and we've just talked about it. Apple, a name which has been reoccurring for quite a bit this game, but not necessarily because of any distinct plays, because of their roaming ping issues. But I mean, they're not calling a tech timeout, and they've just shown why Apple is still showing up.
Femme just refused to make a timeout.
Yeah, they're still showing up in these kind of shoes, but I mean, they're just making it work. Serpentine, down in rounds, down in maps. It is looking convincing for Femme. They need to close it out. Serpentine need to contest it. How's it going to fare in round 2? Because if Femme win this, it may as well be curtains closed.
Early heal by Serpentine again.
Yeah, and Kubo using Invis to aggress, goes down into 2. Perhaps not the play. Orb connects with no one. Serpentine.
Again, Femme just heavily split off compared to Serpentine just
they're
staying as a
gonna
pack.
want Marie here. Marie gets out. Oh.
Serpentine are just gonna have to go for something. They're all quite low.
Yeah, but here's the damage. Everyone is low, really. But Serpentine, oh my lord, all under 4, no heals left. And there's a group heal for Femme. Oh, but B runs right into a full
6
orb.
heart orb.
And first drop. Mine falls, Blocky falls. Kubo trying to get something going with mid. Manzo still alive to contest it, but it's not going to happen. And I mean, I can't even look at the kills because it's glitched. Apple with 2. I mean, that's 6 in 2 rounds. Come on now. It is looking like it is as good as done. 2-0 for Femme Fatales. 2 maps down, 2 rounds down.
The way Femme are playing this map is certainly interesting because Serpentine, as you can see, in both the last rounds, have just been staying as a pack, but Femme Fatales have just been doing more of a split.
Yeah.
They've all just been across the whole map, and yet again, they just hit their bow shots on Serpentine. Serpentine just forced to use heals before any melee fights happen.
And I mean, Femme, they know this playstyle well, and they make it work. They're pretty much just taking 4 consecutive 4v1s almost, and just hoping that, you know, they always seem to get out. They always seem to get out practically without punishment, and then they just got that group heal at the end, and the second you see that orb thrown, you just know it's going to be curtains closed for that map. And we see 2 here on the side, Marie and Breeze, but Manzo wants to push it, but doesn't know that Marie is under, and now Kubo aggressing, Breeze falls, and no, not Apple. Apple gets out.
Great support by Blocky there.
And B, Blocky needs to win this. This is a crucial 1v1. Yeah, Mine falls, and now it's a 1v3. Mine also needed to win that unseen 1v1, and they're not filling. They're getting that kill reliably.
They're going for their kill. We've seen a reverse sweep. Can we see another one by Serpentine?
Like I was saying, Serpentine, I feel like there's a reason they're not calling a timeout right now, and we saw in team promo, I think it was Manzo sent a message talking about how, you know, well, not necessarily talking about it like it was a twit longer, but insinuating that they're kind of sick of the IBL season. I don't think Serpentine are going to be too disappointed if this ends up going in the favour of Femme Fatales. That's why I'm sure they're not calling a timeout right now, because they're okay if this gets put away. They put up a great performance, but
they've put up a great season either way, though.
Serpentine, an incredibly
I believe putting up a
dominant team this
double
season.
digit win to loss in this season. Yeah, going 10-6, double digit.
Yep, and that makes them better than a large majority of teams this season. There's just one team that they seemingly have not been better than today, and that is Femme Fatales. And that is what matters. If Femme can secure one of the next 4 rounds, it will be game over, and Femme Fatales will be the first A-League team to secure themselves a spot in the semi-finals. Manzo pre-shot twice. The heel goes. Breeze pushing up a bit to see if they can get any shots. Marie takes damage. Breeze takes damage. More damage. Heel goes. We see a bit of a standstill here in terms of the playmaking, but here goes the first aggression. B going in.
Manzo just going in on B. Serpentine just go in to help Manzo.
Yeah, Manzo really
Manzo's
trying
just
a
going
great web to get that
web.
kill. Mine
just pressuring mid.
And now it's going to have to be a 1v3 from Marie. Looks at the low HP Mine, but there's one.
Amazing round by Serpentine there, honestly.
There's one.
When you just look at that, you could believe that Serpentine might actually be able to pull off a reverse sweep here.
And
they just keep that momentum up, they can actually do it.
The most important round of the reverse sweep is, well, the 4th, because, I mean, the Femme Fatales, they took the first 3, but then Serpentine take that one, and they prove that they can win a round on this map, because we had no proof of that before. But now that we know that they can do it, we just know that they need to do it, well, 3 more times, because the amount of times that, you know, we see a 3-0 that goes into a 4-0, it's more than often. But now that it's 3-1, of course, they need a reverse sweep. They're trying to produce one. Can they collect 3 more rounds on the bounce on top of their last one to produce
if we just
the most
see
insane map
go
of
for,
the season?
If we just see Serpentine going for another aggressive play, that last round Manzo just goes in, gets an early kill on B, and also just gets a web on Breeze, when Mine just comes in with an orb and gets the kill on Breeze.
Yeah, Manzo, star player of that round, it seems, really.
100%.
B shot, Breeze shot. And now, Levy Orb doesn't connect. It's just shots and shots and shots. Manzo cannot find himself secluded, but actually taking this fight with Apple finds himself coming out on top. Here we go on this side. Damage, either way, a heal connects on the Femme Fatale side. Here we go up top. And we see a lurking Marie at the bottom, it seems, but Blocky wants to take this fight. The health is looking good, but that shot on Blocky is a crucial one. 10 seconds left, no blocks on mid. Manzo drops, Blocky drops, Breeze is low, doesn't connect, Mine drops, it's over. It is over. And Femme Fatales win the map, win the game, and secure their spot in the semi-finals. That is a convincing 3-0 win for Femme Fatales over Serpentine. Serpentine take their lead, or Serpentine take their leave from the season. A very good one at that. But Femme Fatales,
they did have an amazing season
top.
overall though, but Femme just seemed to have it better, especially just in this game. Pulling off a reverse sweep and just dominance in the 2 maps after.
Alright, there we go. That is it. The first A-League playoff game. See, I don't want to say. There's one thing I hate talking about, and it's like curses, and like I don't believe in caster curses. But do I only cast sweeps? I don't know. Maybe.
I mean,
I guess it's just unlucky. Right?
I think
it's just
unlucky. It's just unlucky.
Yeah. But yeah,
although you were here for a great highlight of a game, being a reverse sweep in the opening playoffs game for A-League.
Yeah, we
were
were
there
talking
for
about
that, at least.
we were talking about how, you know, we probably weren't gonna see a closer game, but how much closer do 3-0 games get in that, right? A reverse sweep to open the whole thing, and I mean, it was an insanely dominant performance from Femme Fatales. All you need to do is look at the stat lines. Not a single person going negative. Breeze did the worst, Okay, listen to this. Breeze did the worst, 10 and 8. Breeze did the worst, 10 and 8. 12 and 9,
God.
12 and 6, 18 and 6 for B, Apple, Marie, respectively. 18 and 6 performance in a 17 rounder in playoffs. To be able to produce magic like that in the moments that it really matters is a quality which is prized in all IBL players. And I mean, Marie gets the gold medal for this game. Lucky 5 and 12, Kubo 6 and 15, Manzo 6 and 13, mine 12 and 12, mine dropping the best stat line, still going neutral. That is that kind of paints the whole picture. The kills were
great
so
performance by
one-sided.
mine. Especially with his 1v2 clutch on Villa to bring it slightly back for Serpentine.
Yeah, mine made a lot of convincing plays here. So did Manzo. So I mean, all of Serpentine had their moments, but Femme Fatales, they were indestructible today. They really were. The kills
they really
were very one-sided. You want to tally those all up, you see a distribution of 29 kills to 52, nearly doubling the kill total of Serpentine there for Femme Fatales. I mean, that just shows how dominant they are, really. It is a 3-0 sweep to get Femme Fatales into the semi-finals to play either Hang 10 or Impact. Again, they've played both those teams 2 times this season. That's how
and they've lost one and won one against both of those teams as well.
And if we're talking about like high stake moments, Impact, I mean, they produced 4 wins on the bounce against teams. Rat Tactics, I think, was one of them. Was it? Rat Tactics was one of them. Femme was one of them.
Femme was one of them. Syndicate and I think Golden Goldens.
It was Golden Goldens of the arcade.
And then the only team they lost to in that final stretch was Hang 10, and they are playing Hang 10 in the playoffs.
Yeah, but regardless of who makes it, I mean, this first seed or the 4th seed, the first seed will make for an incredible game if we see a Hang 10 versus Femme Fatales, and of course, that is the more likely option. I think Hang 10 have been more dominant over Impact this season, and we expect Hang 10 to make it through, but we see upsets all the time. We see upsets all the time. It's a league of upsets, okay? And if Impact make it through, they're not going to be any less likely to win it. We've seen Impact take it all the way with Femme and then win it with what, a reverse? Was it a reverse sweep on map 3? Was it that game?
Map 1.
On map 1. Breeze? That's Breeze's voice.
Sure is.
Oh my god, hi Breeze Battlebox.
Hello.
What up?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
Let's do
interview.
the
Do a
interview.
little interview, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
welcome Fixie, welcome Breeze. I mean, sum it up. The whole game first of all. I want to hear
Ooh.
the whole game because we'll get to the moments after that.
Alright, so do you want me to go map by map? I'll go map by map.
Okay.
If you want.
Take me through map
Okay,
1.
so
Take me through map
so
1.
map 1, the first 3 rounds on Slay, we really didn't know what to do. Because usually what we do is we adapt and play off of other people, but we don't really play Slay, so we didn't have a set like strategy. And usually I go with Yuma on right side. And I think first round I got flawless right away. Because I am on a laptop, but I think everyone knows that already. But yeah, I was a rock. So my plan was to have someone with me at all times. So after they got 3 rounds, we realized the faster we go in, the better. Because we're just a better melee team than them. I think. I'm not gonna be mean. But
Okay.
yeah, I feel like we're a better melee team. So what our strat was for that map is we basically just ran in and hoped for the best and bowed whenever we had no one on us. So that was basically our strat. It wasn't like a crazy strat either. It was just like we were kind of just a better team in melee at that point.
We
Yeah.
were
I'm watching
making
that.
comments on how you guys would just be a better team just going out for a brawl rather than
Yes.
just going against team strategy and bow fights. Even though the whole game after that, your team was just so much better at the bow fights.
Yeah.
Just hitting so many shots on them.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I mean,
I think we
it was
just adapted
clinical,
to the bow
really.
game.
Yep.
Yeah, and then
Adaptation
map
is key.
2. Yeah, map 2 was Villa, which honestly it was just me watching mid because I had I had webs, which is weird. I usually don't have webs. That was my first time ever playing webs.
Right.
But yeah, I just watched mid, and what we did was basically Kuba was pushing us. Like they would have one person just randomly push us, and we were just getting damage on that person, and basically it made it a 3v4, and we would just win the melee every time. So
Yeah.
that was basically what we did there. There's not much to go into there. And then last map was Courtyard, which we just got bow shots. I don't even know how
you
it
guys.
happened.
I saw you guys got so many on Serpentine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that map was fully just us getting pre-bows and just it was crazy. I don't know what happened there. It did not feel like we were winning, but we were. It was wild.
I mean,
Watching your
it
fill
was
stops
dominant. It was
on
all dominant.
Villa when Manzo were just going for a solo fill, you were always ready for that.
Oh yeah,
Like, every
my whole
time.
game plan. Yeah, that was my whole game plan. Just watch mid, cause I am a rock right now. I am a rock, so I can't really do much. So my whole thing is I'm playing the strategic game while my whole team just playing the melee game, and I think it's working out quite well, at least for that team.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Especially when you have players like Marie just like to go in. Like
Mhm,
it
of
works out
course.
really well. For
Oh yeah,
you
they
guys.
couldn't do much. Yeah,
Mm.
they couldn't really do much.
I mean,
there.
yeah, your team knows your place. He knows your play style so well, and I mean, it's one of the play styles which would make a lot of the teams shit themselves. Really, there's so many teams who like that exact play style would counter. It's kind of similar to Hangtins. I think Hangtins they share a similar strategy, not very, but it's this melee dominance. I mean, we see it in the EVs, right? That's
Yeah.
he takes a similar approach to the game. That's why he's got so many melee kills. Femme, they kind of share it out, so I guess you don't see it as much in the stat lines. But yeah, I mean, you guys, how did you ever lose any sliver of mental, any bit of hope in that game?
Oh. No, hell no. I think I think the reason why whenever I'm out, like we lose more, is just because my mental's so good. Like we were down 0-3 and I was still thinking of strats. I wasn't even like thinking about like, oh man, we're doing so bad. I was just like, how can we win this next round? That's my whole thing.
That's just
So-
what IBL is all about. You kind of just gotta change up a bit of the strategy and just go with it. And you guys
Yeah.
did go for it.
Oh hell yeah.
And one more question, because I'm curious about this myself, and I'm not. You might have to correct me on this, but how many of your team is mute?
Oh, so usually Marie is mute. So it's only one, but sometimes Marie talks.
Okay.
But yeah, one of us are mute. Usually.
Right. Does that ever like? Do you ever struggle with that? Does that make things harder, or?
Yeah, it does make it harder, but Marie just doesn't drop as much, so it's not that bad.
Right.
I think if it was like someone with like less skill, it would have been bad. But Marie's too good at the game to where. I
You can
also
just
watch
trust
myself a
what she's
lot.
doing.
Yeah, to be
Yeah,
fair,
and we can
I
trust.
feel like if there's any person in the entire league which you could send into a 1v1 and have the most trust in not dropping, not even winning, just not dying, it's Marie, or it's anyone on the Femme Fatales roster. Really, you guys do it so
Yes.
well, because so many times even in Courtyard I saw 1v1s being taken, or not even 1v1s, it was one person on your team targeting someone on Serpentine when they were literally in this group of 3 or 4 people, yet it's as if they were never contested. They just
Yeah,
got
I
out
feel
with
like
ease.
people are scared to contest in that regard because we always have like 1 or 2 people behind that person. So I feel like you get punished no matter what in that situation.
Well,
So it makes people scared.
yeah, I guess that's really it. Congratulations on your win.
Congratulations.
See you in the semi-finals. Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Do you want?
Oh.
Before we kick it off,
Who do you want to play? Hangten or Impact? Who do you want?
Ooh, so I wasn't there for the Impact game, so I'd love to see how I would impact that. But honestly, I think Hang Ten would be such a good match. Like, it would be so much fun.
Okay.
So
I remember watching your guys' back-to-back series of the season.
Yeah.
Just back-to-back Hang Ten versus Femme and Femme versus Hang Ten was such a great watch. Both going
It
to
was
map
so
3
good.
as well.
Yeah, wasn't it both to map 3? Did they trade? They did, didn't they?
Yeah, they traded,
Yeah.
but both of them were map 3.
Yeah,
Like both were just really good games to watch.
Yeah, it's a good rivalry to take a look at, similar to Cooking with Grease versus Nova, both having back-to-back games and teach both teams respectively taking one game each, both games going 2-1 on the exact same maps as well. Did that happen in the Femme game?
wow.
I think that happened in the Femme
It was
game
slightly
too.
different maps. It was
Okay.
slightly
Yeah.
different maps.
Okay.
But it was like between like 4
Mm.
or I think 4 maps.
But yeah, Femme and Hang Ten, one of the exciting rivalries of the season that kind of went overlooked because, well, they really only ever got one game. It was just one really big game. One big 2-hour or 1.5 hour session. So people kind of overlooked it, but I mean, you're 1-1 with each team. It could go either way. There's a lot of exciting rivalries
Yep.
to take a look at this season, but either way, I'm sure that it'll make for a good game. I'm excited to see what happens. Congratulations to you guys, and see you in the semi-finals, I guess. Yeah.
Yep,
Is that-
thank you.
Also, one more thing.
Oh.
Fexi, being more of a team owner point of view, is there anything you want to say about your team's performance?
I'm
Excellent.
just really, really proud of them. Because like the last few weeks of the regular season definitely like hit us kind of hard with Yuma leaving the team, and then us like always having to pull up B-Leaguers. We were kind of like struggling a bit, like really playing to our identity, and I'm so proud of them to like come in now, get a clean 3-0, get a reverse sweep in the first map after like our last couple of games were a bit rough. I'm just super proud of the team.
Yeah, we're proud.
Yeah.
Claps for Femme Fatales. All right.
Amazing performance by you guys. See
See
you in
we
the
don't have any more.
semi-finals.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
See you in the semi-finals. Let's go.
Alright, see ya.
See you.
For the last time. Okay. And I mean, yeah. That concludes this IBL stream. We saw, I mean, a ridiculous performance from Femme Fatales there. We just had an interview with your 12 and 10 rock Breeze, and I mean, everyone on the Femme Fatales dropping 12 except for Marie, who dropped 18. A very convincing win over Serpentine. We say goodbye to Serpentine after this stream, but to be fair, I don't think they're going to be too disappointed with taking their leave now, and they played a great season. So farewell to Serpentine, a 4-player roster that was very exciting to watch. All these different strategies, they just knew how to make it work with their team chemistry. But today, Femme Fatales was more dominant. Reverse sweep on map 1 to open the A-League playoffs. You couldn't ask for much more. And then closed it out convincingly with a lot of pinpoint highlight moments, especially in those first 2 maps, and moments from Serpentine where they clung on to hope and Villa. But a 3-0 sweep for Femme Fatales to put them in the semi-finals opens up the A-League playoffs. That is all from me.